snake? It's not moving. Maybe it's not even alive.
Want your gavel? You know?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. It is Thursday, February 8, 2024, and I call to order this regular meeting of the Elk Grove Park District Park Board of Commissioners. Francis, may I please have a roll call?
President Waltz is absent. Vice President Biedke.
Here.
Commissioner Carlson is absent. Commissioner Cook.
Here.
Commissioner O'Malley.
Here.
Thank you very much. I'd like to move for approval of the minutes. I would like a voice vote for December 7th, 2023 for a closed session meeting.
All those in favor?
You can't, that's one is a roll call.
Roll call?
Closed sessions are all roll call.
Roll call, sorry. Roll call, please.
Okay. Commissioner Cook.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Malley.
Yes.
Vice President Biedke.
Yes.
In case we didn't have a second, I'll second that too. If I know.
Did we got to do a motion second?
I don't know if we had the second, if we do.
Okay.
Okay, I'd like to have a motion and a second for December 14th, 2023 for a closed session meeting. May I please have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Okay, motion by Commissioner O'Malley, second by Commissioner Cook. Roll call, please.
Commissioner O'Malley,
Yes.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes.
Vice President Biecki.
Yes. Okay, the next I'm gonna put together, so we have January 11th, 2024 Pavilion Committee meeting. We have January 11th, 2024 Committee of the Whole meeting. And we have January 11th, 2024 regular meeting. Can I please have a voice vote? All in
Yes.
favor? Aye. That's 3-0. And may I please have a motion and a second for January 11th, 2024 closed session meeting?
So moved?
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Cooks and second by Commissioner O'Malley. Can I please have a voice vote?
Commissioner Cook,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Malley,
Yes.
Vice President Biecki.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna move on to public communication. Do we have any comments from the audience? Okay, so we have no comments from the audience. Do we have any correspondence from any of the commissioners or from any of the staff?
No.
Nope. So we're moving on for recommendations of acceptance and approval. So approval of athletics advisory board members. I move that these individuals be appointed to serve a 2-year term as an advisory member of the following board. This will be the Elk Grove Youth Football Board. We have Tim Doherty, Amanda Frost Frakes, Alfredo Gomez, and Christina Cately. Any commissioners have any questions?
I just was curious, I see that Tim is from Des Plaines and Amanda is from Mount Prospect. And the qualifications look great, so I don't really have a problem with their qualifications in their application. I just was curious as far as our numbers. Are we still, what are the percentage of Elk Grove residents for football? Are we still at what?
I could look, I don't know that number off the top of my head. Tim's been a part of our board already for a few years. He's been an equipment manager, I believe. He's just transitioning into the treasurer role because that person stepped away from the program. So he's already on the board, just transitioning into a new role for the next couple of years.
Okay.
And Tim especially, he's actually a Mount Prospect.
Park commissioner, yeah, I saw
So he
that.
gets the big picture on top of it.
Yeah.
We're looking at him.
Yeah, he's really good, really good guy. And then I don't know as much about Amanda. I just know she has a couple of children in the program. And the position that her and Christina are taking, they're splitting a position. We had a person that was longstanding with the board lead, and she'd taken on a lot of responsibility over the years. And so to make sure it was a smooth and seamless transition, Amanda and Christina were gonna work together for Ways and Means. So they were gonna help split some of those expectations and duties, so it's not too much for one person.
Bernice's role, pretty much. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So were there any Elk Grove residents that put in for these positions that didn't get it? Okay, so thank you for them volunteering, and I appreciate any volunteers we can get, so that's great. Just want to make sure we're not excluding any Elk Grove residents that want to volunteer and come forward for these
Absolutely not.
positions.
They'd like to volunteer.
And then likewise, if you could just double check and make sure the numbers for participation are what, I forget what the guidelines are, but we're within those guidelines.
I mean, last time I looked at Elk Grove numbers, the resident levels were very, very high.
Yeah,
Had
I mean, it'd be
very
nice if we had some
strong
Elk Grove residents come up and step up and volunteer for the program. It's an Elk Grove program, Elk Grove kids for the majority. So it'd be nice to see the parents stepping up and volunteering as well. Not that there's anything wrong with outside people helping, thank God we got them willing to come up and volunteer, so I'm all in favor of that, but
Yep.
it'd just be nice to see more Elk Grove people step up.
Yeah, and we're not so harsh on that anyway, Tom. The residency rules is more for the travel programs because this is still a no-cut league, so it didn't matter if we had 100 non-residents. It would cut into potential playing time for individuals, but they would probably create more teams for
And
football.
And I can get you percentages, but the rosters aren't gonna be solidified until July.
Okay.
So it would be a while,
Okay,
so.
that's fine.
I can still make a note though.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Nope.
Can we have a motion and a second, please?
So moved?
Second.
So motion by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner O'Malley. Can I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
Vice President Bianchi?
Yes. Congratulations and good luck to our new Elk Grove Youth Football Board members. Okay, moving on. Approval of payment application number 5 from Hacienda Landscaping Incorporated for the Marshall Park redevelopment project in the amount of $60,743.70.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Commissioner O'Malley, second by Commissioner Cook. Do any commissioners have any questions? No, can I please have a roll call vote?
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Vice President Bianchi?
Yes. Moving on, approval of purchase of playground equipment for the Clark Park Playground Replacement Project for landscape structures through Sourcewell Purchasing Cooperative in the amount of $118,348. Can I please have a motion and a second?
So moved?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner O'Malley. Do any commissioners have any questions? Can I please have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
Vice President Bianchi?
Yes. Moving on, approval of the purchase of playground equipment and installation for the Newberry Park Playground Replacement Project from Landscape Structures through Sourcewell Purchasing Cooperative in the amount of $158,415. Can I please have a motion and a second?
So moved?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner O'Malley. Does any commissioners have any questions? Can I please have a roll call?
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Vice President Bianchi?
Yes, thank you. Moving on, approval of ComEd Udell Park recreational lease for 10-year term. Can I please have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second?
So, motion by Commissioner O'Malley, second by Commissioner Cook. Any questions?
Probably somebody should discuss it. It's a 10-year lease, either Ben, Tom. I'm comfortable because Tom approved it. So there's a lot of legal definitions and terms in there.
It's a 40-page document. right?
Yes, so I don't pretend to be a lawyer, so I'm comfortable that it was in the notes that he's looked at. I did read every page. I don't know every verbiage, but I'm comfortable agreeing to
Did
it.
anything change? I guess my question would be, did anything change from the prior contract?
I don't believe anything.
Anything significant?
No.
Not of any significance.
Okay.
So it's a really good recreational lease for us because it allows us to combine, I don't know what we call it, North Udall with South Udall, kind of, because it creates a big open space where a lot of people utilize the space underneath the power line. So it's just a real nice opportunity to expand an area of a park that we don't own, but we can work with ComEd to give us access to. So it really makes it a nice park for sure.
So basically, the agreement is we get to use their land and we cut the grass and maintain the fence at our expense.
Yep.
Okay.
So we mow the what do you call it, the power lines
Yep.
underneath them, not mow the power line, underneath the power.
Yep.
Any other questions? So we have a motion and we have a second. Can I please have a roll call vote?
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
Vice President Bianchi?
Yes, thank you. Approval of agreement for employment of Ben Curcio for the Elk Grove Park District. Can I please have a motion and a second?
Well, let's talk for a little bit. So moved.
Second.
So a motion by Commissioner O'Malley, second by Commissioner Cook. Any questions?
Well, no.
Well, the Park Board thanks you for your service and everything you do.
Appreciate it.
Can I please have a,
Look at that.
can I please have a roll call?
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Vice President Bianchi?
Yes. Can I please have approval of payment application number 1 for Holiday Sewer and Water Construction Incorporated for the Marshall Park Waterline Project in the amount of $95,000? Can I please have a motion and a second?
So moved?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner O'Malley. Do any commissioners have any questions? Do we want staff to talk about this?
Is that the end of all water?
That's bringing water from the street to the playground. so that we can get water to both the shelter and the splash pad.
What was the previous one we did then, was getting it underneath the street to the parkway? Because I thought we did
This
this.
is
Oh,
everything.
that was it, this is just the
Yeah,
pavement?
this is the
Okay.
payment for it.
Any other questions? We have a motion, we have a second. Can I please have a roll call?
Commissioner Cook,
Yes,
Commissioner O'Malley,
Yes.
Vice President Bianchi.
Yes. Okay, moving on to number 6, items of information. Leisure services update. Tiffany?
Okay. So, looking back at January numbers for leisure services, the Sheila Ray Adult Center started off the year with 244 members. They also held a casino-themed luncheon with 71 in attendance. In aquatics, for the month of January, we had 53 private lessons and 260 swim lesson participants. And aqua wellness numbers were at 927 for the month. For adult athletics, our winter adult bags league is underway with 41 teams, 29 on Wednesday nights and 12 on Thursday nights. We're also holding the district's first winter indoor pickleball league with 12 total teams. Men's basketball is halfway through their season, and registration is going to open soon for adult softball leagues. For youth instruction in athletics, we are at 79 participants for karate. Hot shots was at 74 for session 1. Tennis was at 21, and tumbling was at 150. For youth athletic leagues, we have a whole bunch of training going on right now. Football winter training, house baseball, house softball, travel baseball. We have indoor rec soccer clinics. So all of those indoor trainings are all underway, as well as our youth basketball season. They are heading into week 5. The championships are scheduled for March 15th and 16th. Audubon Skate Park had 156 admissions in January. In cultural arts, they were very excited to hire a new guitar instructor. And for private music lessons, we're at 19 piano students, 4 guitar students, and 3 drum students. Rehearsals are underway for our big community production coming up in March with a cast of 29 total, and they will be producing Big Fish. Dance just held their winter recital at Oak Grove High School Theater. They had a couple of sold out shows and over 100 people also watching it via live stream. For early childhood, they just kicked off a new 2-year-old preschool program, and then they are preparing for their upcoming community open house on February 20th. Fitness had a nice month in January. They had 1,843 group exercise participants and 114 for chair yoga. We had 130 personal training sessions and 793 open gym drop-ins. For the rejuvenation area, we had 1,572 tracked visits for the month. For rentals, we had 82 total for the month of January compared to 70 last year. Also this year, Catherine and her team hosted Holiday Lights on Thursday nights, and we had 138 total admissions, which was almost a quarter of our daily admission sales for the carousel for those months. For our school care programs, we had 1,712 registrations for Kids Club. For special events, we had Nerf Night January 26th. It was sold out. We actually took a few over. We were gonna max out at 50, and we took 53 total participants. We had a really great magic class in January with maxing out at 10 participants. We have a ton of upcoming events. So February 8th, we have a parents' night out. February 14th, well, that's today, isn't it? February 14th, Love is in the Air luncheon. February 16th, a tween night pajama glam dance party. February 19th, a school's day off program. February 20th, the preschool open house. February 28th, an adult trip to the Paramount Theater. March 7th, dancing with the band. March 13th, the Lucky Luncheon at the Sheila Ray Adult Center, and March 16th, the Doggy Egg Hunt.
Thank you very much, Tiffany. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, moving on to Parks and Planning update. Mark?
My main update is on Marshall Park. With the warmer weather that we've had, we've seen some movement happening over there. They're working out there as the days allow them to. Over the next couple of weeks, we're gonna start seeing more vertical construction. The shelter, the foundation has been completed. They're starting to run the water line from the main source to the to the splash pad as well as the shelter. And then they're gonna start building the shelter up. They just got the approval for the concrete footings, so they're ready to start building the shelter itself. And then also the feature playground by Dynamo Structures has been delivered and is on site. So again, with the warm weather, we're hoping that they can start pouring the footings and start putting that in place. So like I said, over the next 3 weeks, I'm really expecting some things to happen over there. I'm pretty excited about it. And I hope that helps us to catch up a little bit. I think we're behind schedule by a few weeks, and the target is to get the park open by Memorial Day.
Okay, any questions for Mark?
I just had one on your pruning. How do you figure out where your grounds team is gonna do it? Because I was looking at some of the bills where you have Sanchez Tree Service, you know, we sub out at least 20 grand worth of that in various parks. So do we hire them for the more skilled pruning, higher, more dangerous? I mean, how do you pick and choose? Or at the same time, are you working on your staff to do more of it and less of Sanchez?
All of the above. And so anything under a 12-inch diameter, we feel comfortable doing that. We do those in-house. Anything that has anything of height or size or danger, that's what we contract out. So we have a pruning plan that encompasses all of the parks, and it's on I believe it's a 10-year cycle. So we try to go through, depending on the size of the park, let's just say 5 parks each year. And then within those parks, we determine which ones can be done by staff, which ones can be done by a contractor, and then we bid that out accordingly. So we'll put dots on the trees. For example, a white dot would mean that we're doing them, a blue dot would be the contractors doing it, so that contractors can go in and bid, see which trees they're doing, and then we can get a good price on each park.
Do we ever, as a board, see your particular bids for tree pruning, or is it one of these deals, the amount's so low that you do it internally and you just weed
It's
people
generally
out?
$18,000 to $20,000 per year. Again, it's based on the size of the park, but we feel like we can get it for that amount and go through that. I think it's a 10-year cycle, 9 to 10-year cycle.
Okay. That's all I had.
Any other questions? Thank you, Mark. Business service update. Unfortunately, Brad is not here. Ben will be providing the update.
We're gonna skip to Kelly,
Oh, we
and
want to
then
skip
come
to
back to
Kelly?
me.
We're gonna
Just move
skip.
me to the end.
We're gonna move C down.
Sorry.
We're moving on to D, marketing and communications updates. Kelly?
Okay, thank you.
Just because Ally's here.
It's okay. Well, first of all, the marketing department was very, very busy in January. We are getting ready to roll out our new website on Monday. So we have been training staff this month and just making sure that everything on the new website is accurate and current and working properly. So Tuesday would probably be the best day to check out the website, because Monday we'll be doing a little changeover. So if anybody has a glitch with the website, that's possibly why. But Tuesday will be a perfect day to check out the new website. We also, with the thanks of some of our staff, we did a filming of the TV show, The Golf Scene, over at Fox Run. And so that show is going to be airing on Sunday at, I believe it's 1:30 on Comcast on the ESPN channel. And this was an opportunity for us to highlight what we have going on the off season at Fox Run. So we highlighted the simulators and all the bar and grill and some of the music offerings and some of the entertainment and things that are happening in the off season at at the golf course. And that will be airing at least 8 more times after Sunday. So hopefully everybody gets a chance to check that out. And also, a little bit more local, Jen Labosco and Irene Fasciano went over to Channel 6, and they were interviewed about the upcoming preschool open house to promote that on February 20th, as well as our summer camp registration and all of our great summer camp offerings, because on the week of February 19th, our new spring guide / camp guide will be mailed out to all the homes during that week. So that will, the insert is the camp guide. So that'll be going to all of the homes here in Elk Grove. And registration for spring programming will start March 4th for resident, March 11th for non-resident. And then we also have the camp will follow the following week on the 18th and 21st. So that'll be camp registration. So with that being said, we also did, if anybody has noticed, if you've been getting, if you're on social media, you've probably been getting some ads about Fox Run as well as Pavilion Aquatics. And what we noticed with our analytics this last month was that we had a 36% increase on the website for traffic to the website. And we're attributing that mainly to the social media campaign that we've been doing through Salem Media, because the pages that they're going to they're driving them mostly to the aquatics pages. Now, our Fox Run analytics are a little different because that website runs separately from ours. But we're seeing a lot of traffic, and from what I understand, they've also been seeing a lot of new faces in the Aqua Wellness program. So it's not just the fact that people are seeing it, but it's calling them to action, and they're coming and participating. So that is that's really exciting to see that that's working. We've also been, actively involved with the community in representing in a lot of different areas, and the Chamber of Commerce, which is also leading to some new advertisers for the Park District, and you'll see that in our new guide that's coming out and for summer. But the thing that I'm really proud of is we have our marketing manager, Allie Geary, here today. And Allie, if you'd like to come up to the microphone, I just wanted to share something very exciting that happened this month with Allie. As you know, we're part of the National Parks and Recreation Association, and there were 100 nominees this year through the National Parks and Recreation for where they call it the 30 under 30. And so each year, 30 people from across the country and actually the world, even our military bases, nominate people all over the world for this recognition. And Allie was named one of the 30 under 30 this year. And it was announced, it was very exciting while we were at conference. So this has been based on the impact that she's made in the field of Parks and Recreation over her tenure in park districts. Now, she's only been with us for 9 months, so a lot of her work was done at Wooddale Park District with the branding of 2 multi-million-dollar projects, including the 390 Golf Experience and then the White Oaks Park at Wooddale Park District. So some of the things that they look at for scoring individuals is their contributions to professional development in the field and their innovative ideas. And I know Allie, again, has not even been with us for a year, but I'm confident that her best work is ahead, and it's going to happen here at Elk Grove Park District. So I just wanted to, bring her tonight to the board meeting and thank her for all of her hard work on the new website and a lot of the things that we're doing, and share this exciting achievement and accomplishment, with our board.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations. Thank you so much for all your work that you do here for the Elk Grove Park District. We really appreciate it. And
Thank
we're
you.
excited for the new website.
Oh, me too. It looks great. So very excited for you guys to all see it. It's definitely
team effort, cross departments, so it's really, we all had a hand in it.
That's the national one, Kelly, and congratulations, Ally, but does IPRA or IPD, are they trying to get you on any committees? Do you sit on any committees at our state conferences?
Yes, so I sit on the CNM section, IPRA board, and I'm on the conference committee, so I help select sessions for that section. So, but I previously served as the board treasurer as well.
Very
And
nice.
she also, in 2020, she received the Rising Star Award for Illinois Parks and Rec. So she's a busy person. And what's so great about Ally too is she is really involved in the communication and marketing section. So she's a role model to a lot of other, new professionals that are coming into the field. So, and this award, I just wanted to point out, was not a marketing award. This was a Parks and Recreation Award. So it's really the entire field of Parks and Recreation. So it's really a big deal, so.
I know you've only been here 9 months. Is there anything that's popped out at you that, as far as what you could bring to Elk Grove, or things that maybe we're missing out on that we haven't thought of? That
An initiative that, I can really just speak on marketing is we're really just trying to build that brand awareness in the community and really trying to show that all of these facilities that offer so many different opportunities and activities are all under the Park District umbrella. And we're trying to make things easier for people to come and join in on a program, an event, and activity. So really looking at just opportunities that we're not yet taking and leaning into those. So as I'm still learning the community and learning what's working, what's not, I can say that ever since I joined the team, we've really hit the ground running. For example, doing paid advertising, that's huge. And now how Kelly just shared the metrics and how we're measuring those. And not just getting the metrics from the website and the numbers online, but I also see the department then going to the fitness or the aqua wellness instructors and really putting in that extra effort and asking the patrons or asking the fitness instructors, how are the new faces, how are they hearing about us? So what I really am enjoying so far is we go the extra mile to get feedback to help us put our efforts where we see the ROI.
Okay. What about Fox Run Golf Course? Any ideas on marketing there? And I know Kelly's done a lot already there, but
Yep.
any additional ideas that you might have there?
So when I was at Wooddale, we had there was of course the golf range, and it had the restaurant, but in addition there was the range, and that was a year-round facility. So what we are starting to do with the golf scene is really promote the off-season, so just when the weather gets cold, people stop coming. It's how can we keep their interest all year round? How can we keep them engaged? So leaning into those programs and opportunities to keep them around. So
Great. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Ally.
Thank you for being part of our family.
And it's funny, Kelly, because everybody in marketing, their biggest and most important role is to, know what target you're going after demographically and stuff like that. And we got big positive, like everybody wants to see the brochure. But yet everybody I know, like 30 or 35, my kids aging down, they don't want a physical piece of paper. It's all their telephone or their iPad or, and it's like, how do you get the two messages out there to the 35 that why? As soon as it comes in the mail, it just goes on the table or in recycling. So I figure that's always our biggest battle is you have these two age groups that one, like me, I want it in my hand where.
So that's the perfect example of why we have to do so many different platforms. It's not just print. We take our marketing planning and we go across all, we do the social media and we're doing, print and investing in this new website, money and time and effort. And so it's all of these things together that you don't get the message.
Your commercials now?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Any questions for Kelly? Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome.
We're gonna combine C and E, so business service update and executive director update by Ben.
Thank you, Vice President Biecki. I'm going to kind of stay along the theme of Fox Run. On Monday, Prairie State Gaming installed the new video gaming machines. I haven't been out there to see them yet, so if anyone's out there interested, we have new gaming machines.
We'll give you the report after tonight.
Okay, thanks. Take some pictures. February is the two-man scramble month. Anytime this month, you can get a team of 2 together and play 18 holes in our simulator. It's a standard time allotment's 2 hours, so sign up for that. Live music with no limits is coming Saturday, February 24th from 7 to 10 p.m. And then we're going to have a fitting day with Strixon and Cleveland Golf on Wednesday, February 28th from 11 to 3 p.m. And at the golf simulators. And then lastly, I know the weather's been, people may be getting itchy. I know tomorrow's gonna be a nice day. Jeremy gave me a report. He walked the course on Tuesday, I believe, and it's completely saturated. His concern is damage because the weather does turn after Friday to real cold again, and we're not gonna get turf. Turf obviously doesn't grow in cold weather, so I know tomorrow's gonna be a nice day, but we ask you please be patient. We'll be open soon enough. And that concludes my report.
Any questions?
If you don't mind just taking down 2 notes, Ben, I
Yeah.
really thought Brad was gonna be here,
Yeah.
after I went through the December financials. On the fitness center in December, I think it's page 10. I don't know if you have it, but
Yeah.
I do wanna get an answer to it.
Sure.
Page 10.
I got it.
If you look at the revenue for the entire year, and the fitness center had a really good year. So here we are, January, making 75,000, our revenue-wise, 75, 75, 82, 80, consistently in the 70s and 80s on revenue per month, and then all of a sudden it drops to December to $8,000. It just seems so weird. But the same thing kind of happened in the year 2022. You hum along in the high 50s and the 60s, not quite as good as yours, the year we're having, and then you have this 20. So I don't know if it's silver sneakers, or it's an error, or it's billing, but I'd kind of like to know what is causing that.
Yeah, and my answer right now would be complete speculation, but I have a feeling December is probably our lowest enrollment month, and January is when we pick up again.
Yeah, but so many people have the yearly pass that just for it to stand out. And
I have no way of validating what I just said.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
just-
well, that's still good enough.
I'm also wondering when our percentage comes out, when they
For-
transfer the money to the
to-
aquatic center.
Yeah,
That
that's
might be
the,
the
Okay,
month.
yeah,
I'll look
so
into
somebody
it.
can check
I'll look
out on
into
that.
it.
Yeah, it just looks too weird.
yep,
And then the other thing is, when I looked at our associations, house baseball for the year is like minus 8,000. You know, you have, let me see if I can just come right to that page. And mine's more philosophical on the question I'm gonna ask. I wish I could see it right off the bat. Okay, so you have revenue, 56,000, expenses 65. They're $8,000 in the hole at the end of the year. So my question is that I'd say to Brad or to recreational is, well, who covers that? All of a sudden, everybody's played baseball for the year. We've spent $8,000 more in expenses. Does the next year start with, hey, you're minus 8,000, you need to add that to whatever you think that you're gonna charge the residents? Or does the rest of the town have to pick up that 8,000? Does it come out of general fund? Does it come out of rec fund? Because we need to do a better job at making sure that matches year to year, that we shouldn't really be running deficits that high if the park district has to pick it up, because we certainly would not do it in any other margin in dance or arts or anything else, so I wouldn't want to make a habit in the athletic associations either. So do we kind of know? Same thing, if somebody could get back to me,
Sure.
Jason, you, what do we do when the
you said
program
house
runs
baseball
this-
was the one?
Yeah, so what do we do when we run a deficit for the year?
I know with like soccer, travel soccer gets a little tricky because you
That's
cross
travel
over.
again.
Yeah, but they usually run a surplus. I don't know, Tiffany, do you have anything? I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
I
though.
mean, house based, I mean, the part that's tricky, too, is they have heavy costs at the beginning of fiscal year just because of all of these indoor trainings and their full payment, the payments that they're making in full for these facilities, well, they're either in full or 50% deposits, depends on which location you're looking at. So that's, could be part of the reason for that. But they do have, we have a general fund that would help cover this for athletics if they were in deficit, but I agree, I can look into it further to see what that could be exactly.
Well, even though we do have a general fund, I guess my question is, I would think that the board, not speaking for the two individuals here or the two that aren't here, that I think we would, again, want to find out what a program costs, divide it up amongst the users, that's their fee they pay. It should not come out of all the taxes and every other fund just to cover any kind of deficits. Okay.
Any other questions? Thank you, Ben. Moving on to number 7, old business. Does any commissioners or staff any of old business?
I had a quick comment. The last board meeting, Commissioner O'Malley had asked me to look into the clocks at the fitness center, and working with Mike Delgado, he has them on order, and they should be installed, or they should be delivered by the 12th and installed shortly after that.
I said that?
Yeah, you tasked me with that.
Oh, because of the committee of the whole individual, potentially? Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
As long as we got Tom Huffman here, I got one question on that. Earlier in the week, we got or maybe it was
Oh, Hacienda.
on Hacienda, yes.
Sure.
Have we had, I think, Tom's recommendation is that they, any payments that we do make, that they sign an agreement that it's going
That Tom provided us, yeah.
correct.
It's a
So-
joint payment agreement.
So I guess my question is, have we had to issue any payments under that agreement? Have they been willing to sign that agreement?
We will have one coming out.
Yeah.
That you approved
the
tonight.
application was approved. I notified them that we would approve it tonight, but then how we were moving forward with issuing the check is kind of.
So we're not gonna give them the check until Brad gets back and we get the joint agreement signed. So we're so checks get cut on Friday, we're gonna hold it until we,
Right, so I guess our approval is, with the understanding
yes,
that they're going to agree to what Tom's recommending as far as signing that joint agreement.
yes.
'Cause I assume there could be other lien holders that we don't know, but if they don't sign that, we don't know
They
if
could
we're
file
covering
claims
everything.
against us, yes.
Okay. So if there's an issue with that, I assume you'll report back to the board,
Yeah, I'm
if
sure
they're not
they-
willing to sign.
Yeah, I have 100%.
Okay. That's all I had.
Any other old business? Moving on, number 8, new business. Any staff or commissioners have any new business? Moving on to I'm sorry, did someone have something? Okay, sorry. Moving on to number 9, payment of the bills. I'd like a motion and a second for December 31st, 2023 P cards in the amount of $143,680.25. January 12th, 2024 in the amount of $81,246.90. January 19th, 2024 in the amount of $94,492.82. For January 26th, 2024 in the amount of $171,556.46. And February 2nd, 2024 in the amount of $109,227.36. Can I please have a motion and a
So
second?
moved.
Second?
Motion by Commissioner O'Malley, second by Commissioner Cook. Can I please have a roll call?
Commissioner O'Malley,
Yes.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes?
Vice President Biedke.
Yes.
I've got a
I
couple
think I
questions.
forgot, you have a question.
No, it's okay. It's a Brad question again. I
Okay.
did not know he was here, so can you write this down? You know what,
Maybe I can-
we had music over at Fox Run, don't write it down, that's fine, still get me an answer. And it's great, we love the music out at Fox Run, we're trying for at least 1 or 2 bands per month, certainly during the winter. I hope people will come out and listen to it, it seems that you have nowhere else to go to listen to music in Elk Grove. So we had the dueling pianos out there. How do we even do a journal entry, though? Mine was more the accounting. So we have a cover charge. So in comes the money. where, it doesn't go to beer sales, it doesn't go to what, it doesn't really go to rentals. How do we enter that at Fox Run, or does it even get entered at Fox Run? Or does it so?
It'll get entered at Fox Run, and my guess is it's under one of the general revenue, and I don't have the budget in front of me, but it's.
Because I tried to look at all the different categories it would go to, and I can't figure
Well, it
it out.
wouldn't
Not
be
that
on-
I care,
It
but I
wouldn't be
just
on the
looked at-
list of bills, because it's revenue.
No, I looked at the
Oh, okay.
financials to see what column it could fit in. So if you could just
Yep.
find out from him.
I'm thinking at the top of my head, he might just put it under somewhere in golf, but I don't want to answer that right now, totally.
All right. And then I know we're gonna have a committee of the whole on this topic again about athletic associations, certainly the travel ones, potentially increasing the margin that we get, which is at 0 right now. But I was looking and it just so stands out that, here we're spending, the travel baseball, this is 7 teams spending $23,000 just on uniforms. And then another $4,000 for strength and conditioning. And it just doesn't seem like a real big ask with all this money, at $50,000, $60,000 coming in to say to the rest of the residents, thank you let us use your fields. So when I see all this money going in and out of the program and it's 0 to the park district, it just needs to change. That's my opinion.
We're looking at a contribution margin.
All right. That's it on the bills.
Any other questions? Okay, I move to adjourn. Can I please have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second?
So we have a motion by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner O'Malley. Can I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes, Francis.
Vice President Biedke?
Yes, we now are adjourned. Thank you all for coming.